I'm standing at the edge of the gymnasium, sipping a lukewarm beer, watching the high school reunion unfold like a bad movie I can't turn off. The place is decked out in streamers and balloons, our old mascot, a snarling wildcat, plastered on every wall. It's been 15 years since I walked these halls, but the smell of floor wax and teenage regret still hangs in the air. My younger brother, Travis, is out there owning the room, same as always. He's got that grin, the one that could sell ice to a snowman, and folks are eating it up. Me? I'm Jake, the quiet one, the guy who paid the bills while Travis played the star. Travis is working the crowd, shaking hands, tossing out one-liners. Didn't come back to reminisce, he says, loud enough for half the room to hear. I came to check your stock portfolios. Laughter erupts. Even Mrs. Callahan, our old history teacher, chuckles and raises her glass. To the king of big dreams, she toasts. People clap like he's just won an Oscar. My wife, Sarah, nudges me. He's something else, huh? I nod, but my grip on the bottle tightens. It's not the cold making my knuckles white. See, Travis has always been the golden boy. Growing up, he could skip curfew, wreck the car, mouth off to dad, and they'd just shrug. That's Travis, Mom would say, like it was a free pass. Me, I'd forget one chore, and it was a lecture about responsibility. They threw him a blowout for his 16th birthday, DJ, catered food, the works. My 16th? I got a handshake and you're growing up, Jake. No cake, no nothing. I didn't whine. I got a job at the hardware store, saved up, built my life piece by piece. Travis? He glided through, always landing on his feet, usually because I was there to catch him. It started small, back in college. A text from Travis. Hey, big bro, can you send $50 for a textbook? Swear I'll hit you back next week. I sent it. Next week came and went. When I asked, he laughed it off. Man, you're keeping score? Chill. The money never showed up, but the text kept coming. $50 turned into 100, then 200 for rent, then 500 for car repairs. I'd send it, thinking he'd figure it out eventually. Mom and Dad? They'd nod when he spun some sob story. He's finding his way, they'd say. He's not like you, Jake. Meaning I was the steady one, the one who didn't need help. So I gave, and Travis took, like it was his birthright. Tonight, though, he's pushing it. He grabs the mic from the DJ, champagne glass in hand, and the music dips. Let's be real, he says, smirking. I didn't come for the nostalgia. I came for the networking. The room roars. He's scanning the crowd, and his eyes land on me. Right, Jake? You know I'm all about the hustle. Unlike some people who play it safe. A few folks laugh, but it's sharper now, pointed. Sarah whispers, what's he doing? I mutter, what he always does. Taking shots. He's not done. Jake's the guy with the 9 to 5, the picket fence, the whole deal, he says, leaning into the mic. Me? I'm out here making moves. Married a tech bro, flipped a startup, now I'm eyeing real estate. Do the math. My net worth slapping most of your 401k.s. More laughter, but it's uneven. Some folks shift in their seats. My jaw's tight, and Sarah's hand finds mine. He's drunk, she says. I shake my head. He's not. He's performing. It's no joke. It's a jab, aimed square at me. He's always done this, propped himself up by pushing me down. And for years, I let it slide. Not tonight. I set my beer down, slow and deliberate. Sarah looks at me, eyes wide. Jake, don't. But I'm already moving toward the stage. I don't grab the mic, not yet. I just nod at the DJ, a guy I used to play basketball with. Got something to play? I ask, pulling a USB drive from my pocket. He looks confused but takes it. Travis is still grinning, oblivious. What's this, big bro? A PowerPoint on budgeting. The crowd chuckles. Let's show him what you really came for, I say, loud enough for the mic to catch. Travis's smile flickers. The DJ plugs in the drive, and the projector hums to life. The room goes quiet, like someone sucked the air out. Travis's face changes, less cocky, more cornered. Sarah's staring at me like I've grown horns. And me? I'm standing there, heart pounding, knowing nothing's gonna be the same after this. I'm back at the reunion, standing by the stage, watching the projector screen flicker, but my mind's already slipping somewhere else, back to when Travis and I were kids, sharing a room with mismatched bunk beds and posters of muscle cars on the walls. That USB drive I just handed over? It's not just a gotcha for tonight. It's the end of a story that started way before I had a mortgage or Travis had a Rolex. To understand why I'm doing this, you gotta know how we got here, how two brothers ended up so different, like we were raised on opposite sides of the tracks, even though we slept 10 feet apart. Growing up, Travis was the kid everybody noticed. He'd walk into a room, flash that smile, and people just gravitated to him. Teachers let him slide on late homework. Coaches gave him extra shots at tryouts. Even our parents, Mom with her endless patience, Dad with his gruff pride, treated him like he was destined for something big. He'd forget to mow the lawn, and Mom would say, oh, he's got a lot on his mind. He'd crash Dad's old pickup, and Dad would just grumble and fix it. Me? I was the one mowing the lawn after school, the one washing dishes when Travis was out charming somebody's sister. If I left a plate in the sink, it was a 20-minute talk about pulling my weight. It wasn't always bad. When we were little, we'd build forts out of couch cushions, pretend we were astronauts or bank robbers. But by high school, things shifted. Travis was the guy who got invited to every party, the one who could talk his way out of detention with a grin and a half-baked excuse. I was the guy in the background, working weekends at the auto shop, saving up for a used Chevy. For my 18th birthday, I got a card and a pat on the back. "You're practical, Jake," Dad said, like it was a compliment. Travis's 18th? They rented out the community center, hired a band, and Mom baked a 3-tier cake. I didn't say a word, just kept my head down and kept moving. That's how it went. I studied, got a degree in accounting, landed a steady job at a firm downtown. Built a life with Sarah, brick by brick, a small house, a dog, a savings account we actually check. Travis? He chased dreams that changed every week. One month he was going to be a DJ, the next a fitness guru, then a crypto trader. Never stuck with anything long enough to fail, just long enough to need a bailout. And guess who he called? It started small, like I said. A call my sophomore year. "Jake, man, I'm short on gas money. Can you spot me $20? I'll get you back." I sent it through PayPal, figuring he was good for it. He wasn't. 20 turned into 50 for a phone bill, then 100 for groceries. By the time we were in our 20s, it was thousands. "I'm starting a business, Jake. Just need $1,000 to cover the website. You're investing in me, bro." I sent it, because that's what family does, right? Help each other out? Except it was always one way. When I asked for an update, he'd laugh. "You're such a worrier, man. It's coming together." Mom and Dad didn't see it. They'd nod when Travis spun his tales, how he was this close to a big break, how the world just didn't get his vision yet. "He's a dreamer," Mom would say. I soft. "You're the rock, Jake. You don't need us like he does." That stung, not because I wanted their pity, but because it meant I was invisible. The stable one, the boring one, the one who didn't get a party or a second chance. The asks got bigger. 5 years ago, Travis called, voice shaky. "I'm in a bind. Bro, landlord's kicking me out. Need $2,000 or I'm on the street." I wired it that night. Didn't even ask Sarah first. She wasn't happy. "He's got to learn, Jake," she said, arms crossed. "You're not his bank." But I brushed it off. He's my brother. A month later, I saw his Instagram, new sneakers, a weekend in Vegas. No eviction notice in sight. When I called him on it, he got defensive. "You don't know what it's like, man. I'm under pressure. You've got it easy." Easy. That word stuck with me. Easy, like working 60-hour weeks to keep the lights on was nothing. Easy, like saying no to a vacation so we could fix the roof was a breeze. Easy, like watching your brother blow through your money while you budgeted for groceries. But I kept helping, because I thought if I held him up long enough, he'd stand on his own. Spoiler, he didn't. Last year, he hit me up again. "Jake, I swear, this is the last time. I need $3,000 for a certification course. It's my ticket out, man." I hesitated. Sarah was pregnant then, and we were saving for the baby. But he sounded desperate, so I sent it. 2 weeks later, a buddy sent me a link, Travis at a music festival, VIP pass, bottle service. I called him, voice shaking. "What's the course, Travis?" "Mixology." He laughed like it was a joke. "You gotta live a little, bro. That money's an investment in my brand." I hung up, didn't say another word. That was the first time I said no. A month ago, he texted, "Yo, need $400 for a suit. Reunion's coming, gotta look sharp." I didn't reply. An hour later, "You there?" Then, "Wow, you're ghosting me now? Too good for family?" That one burned, because I wasn't too good. I was just done. Sarah saw the texts, put her hand on my shoulder. "You don't owe him, Jake. You never did." Now, here we are, at the reunion. Travis is up there, mic in hand, throwing shade like it's confetti. "Jake's got the safe life," he says again, and I can feel eyes on me. Me? I'm out here winning. The crowd's eating it up, but I'm not. Not tonight. That USB drive's got proof, not just of his lies, but of what he's taken, what he's done. I've been the rock too long, holding up a house that wasn't mine. When I told the DJ to play it, I wasn't just calling Travis out. I was breaking free. The screen's still loading, and Travis is starting to sweat. He laughs, but it's thin, nervous. "What's this, Jake? Your tax returns?" A few folks chuckle, but the air's heavy now. Sarah's gripping my arm. "You sure about this?" she whispers. I nod. I've never been sure. Because this isn't about revenge. It's about the truth, and I'm done carrying it alone. The gymnasium's gone so quiet you could hear a pin drop, or maybe that's just the blood pounding in my ears. The projector screen's glowing now. No more loading bar, just a blank white square that's about to change everything. Travis is still up front, mic in one hand, champagne flute in the other, but his grin's slipping. He's trying to play it cool, tossing out a weak, "What's this, Jake?" A home movie. A couple people laugh, but it's nervous, like they know something's coming. My wife, Sarah, is next to me, her hand tied on my arm. "Jake," she whispers, "you don't have to do this." But I do. I've been carrying this weight too long, and tonight, I'm setting it down. The DJ, my old buddy Matt from the basketball team, gives me a look like, "You sure?" I nod, and he hits play. The screen blinks, and there's Travis, not the polished guy in a tailored blazer standing here now, but a version from a few months back, sitting in a dimly lit bar. He's leaning across a table, talking to a woman in a flashy dress, her earrings catching the light. She's laughing, head tilted, and he's got that charm dialed up to 11. The camera is shaky. Someone recorded this on a phone, probably not expecting it to end up here. Travis reaches out, brushes her hand. She doesn't pull away. A murmur ripples through the crowd. The scene cuts, and now it's a screenshot, a bank app, showing a transfer. $2,500. Travis Miller. Client appreciation bonus. The words hang there, bold and ugly. Then another clip, this time Travis in his car, filming himself like he's a TikTok star. Look, he says, winking at the camera. If people want to throw cash at me for a good time, who am I to say no? It's not my fault they've got more money than sense. He laughs, and the video loops back to the start. A few folks gasp. Others just stare, mouths half open. The screen shifts again. Now it's an email chain, projected for everyone to see. Travis, need $500 for the electric bill. Can you send it? That's from me, last year, when Sarah and I were scraping by after her maternity leave. Below it, his reply. Sorry, bro. I'm tapped out. Next month, promise. Right under that, another screenshot. A Venmo payment, same day, same amount, from Travis to some guy named DJ Spinzy. Festival tickets, let's roll. It says. The room's not laughing anymore. It's like someone turned off the music and forgot to tell the band. Travis's face is pale now, the kind of pale you get when you realize the ground's gone. He tries to laugh it off, grabbing the mic tighter. Come on, guys, this is old news. Edited, probably. You know how it is, people twist stuff. His voice cracks on the last word. Nobody's buying it. I catch Mrs. Callahan's eye, our old history teacher, the one who toasted him earlier. She's sitting stock still, her glass forgotten on the table. Even she looks like she's been slapped. The screen's not done. Another video plays, this one grainy, like it was shot in a hurry. Travis at a coffee shop, talking to a guy in a suit, all serious. I told her I needed 10 grand to cover a medical bill, he's saying, smirking. She sent it, no questions asked. Used it for my Miami trip. Worth it. The guy in the suit laughs, slaps the table. The clip freezes on Travis's grin, and the room feels like it's holding its breath. I step forward, not to the mic, just close enough for people to hear me. That's what you came for, Travis, I say, steady as I can manage. Not the reunion. Not the memories. That. I point at the screen, where his own words are still burning. He wheels on me, eyes wild. You set me up, he shouts, and the mic squeals. This is a cheap trick, Jake. You're just jealous, always have been. A few heads turn, but it's not the same as before. The crowd's not on his side anymore. Sarah's beside me, whispering, Jake, careful. But I'm not backing down. I've got more to say, and he knows it. Jealous. I say, loud enough to carry. Of what? The way you've been bleeding me dry for years? Or the way you lie to everybody who trusts you? The words feel good, like kicking open a door that's been locked too long. Travis opens his mouth, but nothing comes out. For the first time in forever, he's got no comeback. Someone in the back, a guy I recognize from the old chess club, lets out a low whistle. Man, that's cold, he mutters, not to me, to the room. A woman near the bar, maybe Jenny from biology class, shakes her head. I knew he was slick. But this? The whispers start spreading, like a fire nobody's bothering to put out. Travis looks around, desperate, like he's waiting for someone to jump in and save him. Nobody does. Mrs. Callahan stands up, slow, like she's carrying something heavy. Travis, she says, voice sharp enough to cut glass. Is this true? It's not a question, not really. He stammers, it's not, it's taken out of context. I swear, but she sits back down, face hard. That's when I know he's lost her, lost them all. Even Mom and Dad, over by the punch bowl, look like they've been punched themselves. Mom's clutching her purse, Dad's staring at the floor. Travis throws the mic down, literally throws it. It hits the stage with a screech that makes everyone flinch. He storms toward me, finger jabbing the air. You think you're better than me? He hisses, close enough I can smell the champagne on his breath. You think your little life, your little job, makes you a saint? I don't blink. I don't move. No, I say, calm as anything. I think not scamming my own brother makes me better than you. He freezes, just for a second, and I see it, fear. Not of me, but of the truth, out there for everybody to see. I pull a folded paper from my pocket, a bank statement I've been carrying for weeks. Tell them about the loan you took out last year, I say, holding it up. The one in my name. The one you swore was for an emergency. I unfold it, let the nearest table see the numbers, the late fees, my name at the top. What was it really for, Travis? That trip to Miami? Or the watch you're wearing right now? The crowd's buzzing now, not loud, but steady, like a hive waking up. Travis's mouth opens, closes, opens again. You said you'd keep that quiet, he mutters, low, just for me. You said you'd pay it back. I shoot back. You didn't. Someone gasps, Jenny, maybe. Mom's voice breaks through, small and shaky. Jake, what's he talking about? I don't answer, not yet. I'm looking at Travis, and he's looking at me, and for the first time, he's got nowhere to run. The gymnasium feels different now, like the air's heavier, thicker, even though the music's back on, some generic pop song trying to fill the silence. Travis is gone. He bolted out the side door after his mic-throwing tantrum, leaving his blazer crumpled on the stage like some kind of surrender flag. The projector's dark again, the screen blank, But what it showed is still burning in everybody's heads. I'm standing near the bar, Sarah's hand in mine, and I can feel eyes on me, some curious, some pitying, a few just plain shocked. Nobody's laughing now. Nobody's toasting Travis's big dreams either. Sarah leans in, her voice low. You okay, Jake? I nod, but it's automatic. Truth is, I don't know what I am. Relieved, maybe. Angry, definitely. Free? Not yet, but I'm getting there. The crowd's starting to move again, people grabbing drinks, whispering in clumps. I hear my name, Travis's too, bouncing around like ping pong balls. Did you see that? Someone says, not even trying to be quiet. I mean, I knew he was a talker, but that. Another voice, sharper. Per Jake. Holding on to that all this time. Mom and Dad are still by the punch bowl, looking like they got caught in a rainstorm without an umbrella. Mom's clutching her purse so tight her knuckles are white, and Dad's got that stare he gets when he's fixing a busted engine, like if he glares hard enough, it'll make sense. I know they want to talk, but I'm not ready. Not after what just went down. I showed the whole room who Travis really is, not the golden boy, not the dreamer, but a guy who's been playing everyone, me most of all. And I showed them the bank statement, the one with my name on a loan I didn't take out. That's not something you just shrug off with a let's talk later. Mrs. Callahan, the history teacher, walks over, her heels clicking on the gym floor. She's got that look she used to give us when we bombed a test, disappointed, but not surprised. Jake, she says, that took courage. I shrug, not sure what to say. Had to be done. I mumble. She nods, glances at the stage where Travis made his exit. I always thought he was ambitious. Didn't realize he was reckless. She pats my shoulder and heads off, leaving me wondering if she's talking about Travis or me. Sarah's watching me, her eyes soft, but steady. You did what you had to, she says, like she's trying to convince us both. He pushed you too far. I squeeze her hand. She's right, but it doesn't make this easier. For years, I let Travis take money, time, pieces of me, because I thought that's what brothers do. I thought if I kept bailing him out, he'd grow up, figure it out. Instead, he got bolder, and I got quieter, until that loan in my name broke something inside me. Tonight wasn't just about calling him out. It was about taking back what's mine. People start coming up, one by one, like I'm holding court instead of just trying to breathe. Ginny from biology class, the one who used to blush when Travis walked by, gives me a small smile. I'm sorry, Jake, she says. I had no idea he was like that. I nod, not trusting my voice. Then Matt, the DJ, claps me on the back. Man, that was wild. You good? I manage a half smile. Getting there. Even the chess club guy, Brian, who never said much back in school, mutters, good for you, man. He had it coming. It's weird, all this support. I'm not used to it. Growing up, Travis was the one who got the cheers, the one everybody bid on. I was just the guy who showed up, did the work, paid the price. Now, for the first time, people are seeing me not as Travis's shadow, but as the guy who stood up. It's not triumph, not yet. It's something else, like waking up after a long dream and realizing you're not where you thought you were. Mom finally makes her way over, Dad trailing behind. Her eyes are red, like she's been fighting tears, and her voice shakes when she speaks. Jake, why didn't you tell us? She asks, like it's that simple. I look at her, then at Dad, who's still staring at his shoes. I tried, I say, and it's the truth. I tried dropping hints, asking for advice, mentioning the money Travis borrowed. They'd always wave it off. He's just young, they'd say. He'll learn. Well, he learned, all right, just not what they hoped. Dad clears his throat, finally meeting my eyes. Is that loan thing real? He used your name. I nod, pull the bank statement from my pocket again, hand it over. He takes it, reads it slow, like he's hoping the words will change. Mom peeks over his shoulder, and her hand goes to her mouth. Oh, Jake, she whispers. How could he? I could list 100 ways, 100 times Travis crossed a line, but I don't. Instead, I say, that's why I showed everyone. So he can't hide anymore. They don't argue, don't defend him, which is new. But Mom still got that look, like she's torn between me and the son she's always babed. He's still your brother, she says, almost pleading. I don't answer. I'm done arguing that point. Sarah steps in, gentle but firm. Let's give Jake some space, okay? Mom nods, and they shuffle back to their table, looking smaller than I've ever seen them. The rest of the night blurs. People dance, drink, try to act like nothing happened, but it's there, hanging over everything. I hear Travis's name in every whisper, see people glancing at me, then away. Sarah and I leave early, slipping out before the last song. In the car, she's quiet for a bit, then says, you changed something tonight, Jake. For you, not just for him. I stare out the windshield, the streetlight streaking by. Hope so, I say, and mean it. When we get home, I check my phone, a habit, I guess. There's a text from Travis, sent 10 minutes ago. You'll regret this, bro. I was joking, and you made it a war. I don't reply. I delete it, turn off the phone, and sit on the couch with Sarah, our dog curled up between us. For the first time in years, I don't feel like I'm waiting for the next ask, the next lie. I'm not free yet, but I'm closer than I've ever been. And that's enough for tonight. Morning after the reunion, I wake up to my phone buzzing like it's trying to escape the nightstand. Sun's barely up, and there's already a dozen missed calls, Mom, Dad, a couple numbers I don't recognize. 20 texts, half from people I haven't talked to since high school. Sarah's still asleep, our dog Max snoring at the foot of the bed, and I'm just staring at the screen. Not sure I want to open the floodgates. Last night, I blew the lid off Travis's lies, showed everyone the videos, the bank transfers, the loan he took out in my name. Felt like I was finally standing tall. Now, though, it's like the world's got something to say about it, and I'm not sure I'm ready to hear it. I make coffee, strong and black, trying to shake the fog. First text I open is from Brian, the chess club guy from school. Saw what happened, Jake. That was ballsy. You okay? I don't reply. Not yet. Next one's from Ginny, the biology classmate. I can't believe Travis did that to you. I'm so sorry. There's more like that: classmates, old neighbors, even my barber, who must have heard through the grapevine. It's weird, all these people reaching out. I've spent years fading into the background, letting Travis soak up the spotlight. Now it's like they're seeing me for the first time, and I don't know what to do with it. Then there's Mom's text, a long one. Jake, we need to talk. What you did was a lot. Travis is your brother. He's hurting. We're all hurting. Can you come over today? I read it twice, my jaw tightening. Hurting. Like I'm the one who swung the wrecking ball. No mention of the money Travis took, the lies he told, the way he used my name to fund his high-rolling act. I set the phone down, take a sip of coffee. It's bitter, or maybe that's just me. Sarah comes downstairs, rubbing her eyes. You look like you didn't sleep, she says, pouring herself a mug. Phone's blowing up, I admit, nodding at it. She glances at the screen, sees Mom's name. What's she saying? I shrug. Same as always. Protect Travis, no matter what. Sarah sits across from me, her face serious. You don't owe them an explanation, Jake. You told the truth. That's enough. I want to believe her, but there's this knot in my gut. Years of being the good son, twisting me up. By noon, it's not just texts. Someone, Brian, I'm guessing, posted a clip of the reunion online. Not the whole thing, just the part where Travis's car video plays, him laughing about people throwing money at him. It's on Twitter, tagged with hashtag reunion takedown and hashtag hustler busted. It's got thousands of likes, hundreds of comments. This guy's a leech, one says. Bet his brother's been carrying him forever, another adds. I scroll through, feeling a mix of vindication and nausea. Travis deserves this, sure, but seeing it spread like wildfire makes it real in a way I wasn't ready for. Then the bank calls. Mr. Miller, we're following up on the fraudulent loan reported under your name. A woman says, all business. We've traced it to Travis Miller. We're preparing to escalate this to legal action, but we need your confirmation to proceed. I'm quiet for a second, picturing Travis's face last night, pale and cornered. Do it, I say finally. He needs the answer for it. She thanks me, says they'll be in touch. When I hang up, Sarah's watching me. That was the right call, she says. I nod, but it doesn't feel like a win. It feels like cutting a rope I've been holding forever. Mom calls while I'm making lunch. I let it go to voicemail, but her message is waiting when I check. Jake, please, she says, voice cracking. Travis is a mess. He's saying you ruined him. I know he's done wrong, but he's still family. Can't we fix this? I delete it, not because I'm cold, but because I'm tired of fixing what Travis breaks. Dad doesn't call, which is worse. He's the quiet one, like me, but his silence always meant he was picking Travis's side without saying it. Afternoon rolls around, and there's a knock at the door. It's Matt, the DJ from last night, holding a six-pack like it's an apology. Figured you could use a break, he says, stepping inside. We crack open a couple beers, sit on the porch. Man, last night was insane, he says, shaking his head. I always knew Travis was slick. But that? Next level. I nod, staring at the street. Been dealing with it a long time, I say. He looks at me, not pitying, just getting it. You did what nobody else could. Respect, man. By evening, the online buzz is louder. Travis's Instagram is gone, deleted, probably. His Twitter's locked, but people are still posting screenshots, old photos of him flexing in clubs, captions about living large. Someone digs up a LinkedIn post where he called himself an entrepreneurial visionary. The comments are brutal. I don't add to it. Don't need to. The truth's doing its job without me. Sarah and I eat dinner quiet, just the two of us. Max is under the table, hoping for scraps. What's next? She asks, cutting into her chicken. I think about it, really think. I don't know, I say. But I'm done carrying him. She reaches across, squeezes my hand. Good, she says. You've carried enough. Before bed, I get one more text, this time from an old classmate, Rachel, who Travis used to tease back in school. Hey Jake, saw the video. You stood up for all of us who couldn't. Thank you. I read it a few times, let it sink in. I'm not a hero, not even close. But for the first time, I feel like I'm not the bad guy either. I turn off the phone, climb into bed with Sarah, and sleep better than I have in years. The world's still spinning, but I'm not chasing it anymore. A week after the reunion, I'm starting to think maybe the worst is over. The phone's quieter now, fewer texts, no more calls from random classmates. The online storm about Travis is still kicking, but it's moved on to other corners of the internet, where people who never met him are picking apart his hustle. I'm back at work, crunching numbers at my desk, trying to focus on spreadsheets instead of family drama. Sarah's been my rock, keeping things normal at home. Dinner on the table, Max walked. Even a bad action movie last night to take my mind off it. But deep down, I know it's not done. Travis doesn't just vanish, not when he's been called out like that. Friday evening, I'm pulling into the driveway when I see Dad's truck parked out front. My stomach drops. I haven't talked to him or Mom since the reunion, not really, just that deleted voicemail and a couple texts I ignored. I walk inside, and there they are, sitting on my couch like they're waiting for a parent-teacher conference. Mom's got her hands folded in her lap, eyes puffy. Dad's holding a mug Sarah must have given him, staring at it like it's got answers. Sarah's in the kitchen, giving me a look that says, I didn't know they were coming. Jake, Mom starts, standing up like she's gonna hug me, then stopping short. We need to talk. I set my keys down slow, buying time. All right, I say, sitting across from them. Sarah stays close, leaning against the counter, ready to jump in if I need her. Dad's still quiet, but his jaw's tight, like he's chewing on words he doesn't want to spit out. Mom dives in. Travis is back home, she says, voice shaky. He showed up 2 days ago, bags and all. He's not okay, Jake. He's saying you destroyed him, that video, that loan thing. He's barely eating, just stays in his room. I wait, letting her keep going. I know he's done wrong, I see that now. But he's your brother. Can't you talk to him? Work this out? Her eyes are pleading, same as always when Travis is involved. I lean back, cross my arms. Work it out how, Mom? He took thousands from me. Used my name for a loan I'm still paying off. Lied to everyone. What's there to fix? She flinches, like I slapped her. Dad finally speaks, voice low. He says it wasn't all like that. Says you exaggerated, made him look worse. I laugh, not because it's funny, but because I can't believe it. Exaggerated? Dad, I've got receipts. Bank records. His own words on video. You saw it. Mom's wringing her hands now. We didn't know, Jake. Not about the loan. Not about how much he took. Why didn't you tell us sooner? That one stings, because I did try, over dinners, in passing, dropping hints about money I lent him. They brush it off, say he was figuring it out. I look at her, steady. I told you enough. You didn't want to hear it. She opens her mouth, closes it. Dad's staring at the mug again. Sarah steps in, voice calm but firm. Jake's been protecting Travis for years. Paid his bills, covered his messes. Where were you when he was drowning in it? Mom's eyes widen, like she's not used to being called out. Dad shifts, uncomfortable. We thought he was okay, he mutters. Thought you were helping because you could. I shake my head. I helped because you expected me to. And he expected it too. Before they can answer, the doorbell rings. Sarah goes to check, and I hear her say, oh, sharp and surprised. Then Travis walks in. He looks rough, hair messy, eyes red, wearing a hoodie that's seen better days. No blazer, no charm. Just him, raw and angry. You happy now? He says, not even sitting down. You got your little moment, maybe the bad guy. Hope it was worth it. Mom's on her feet. Travis, honey, calm down. He ignores her, glaring at me. You didn't have to do it like that, Jake. In front of everyone? That's low, even for you. I stand up, not fast, just deliberate. Low, I say. Lower than forging my name on a loan? Lower than begging for cash you spend on parties? You don't get to lecture me about low. He steps closer, voice rising. You think you're so perfect, huh? Mr. Stable, Mr. Boring. I was out there trying to make something, and you, what? Sat in your cubicle and judged me. Sarah's back now, standing beside me. Trying. I say, not backing down. You weren't trying, Travis. You were taking. From me, from anyone dumb enough to believe you. His face twists like he's gonna swing, but Dad's up, hand on his shoulder. Enough, Dad says, and it's the loudest I've heard him all night. Travis shakes him off, points at me. This isn't over, Jake. You think you won? You just burned everything down. He storms out, slamming the door so hard a picture rattles on the wall. Mom's crying now, soft sobs. Dad looks at me, then her, then me again. We'll talk later, he says, and they leave, following Travis like they always do. Sarah locks the door behind them, turns to me. You didn't burn anything, she says. You just stopped letting it burn you. I nod, but I'm shaking inside. Not from fear, from letting go. I've spent years holding on to the idea of family, thinking I had to save Travis, save them all. Now I see it. They chose him, every time, until it chose me. That night, I get an email from the bank. The loan case is moving forward. Travis could face charges. I don't feel good about it, but I don't feel bad either. It's just what happens when you break something and don't fix it. I close my laptop, sit with Sarah, and let the quiet settle. For once, it's not heavy. It's just mine. 2 months after the reunion, life feels different, like I've stepped out of a fog I didn't know I was in. The house is quieter now. No late-night calls from Travis, no texts from Mom begging me to talk it out. Sarah and I are settling into something new, something ours. Max still snores at the foot of the bed, and work still work. Numbers don't change, even if everything else does. But when I wake up, I'm not bracing for the next crisis. I'm just living. And that's more than I've had in years. The bank case moved fast. Travis didn't fight it, couldn't, really. The evidence was ironclad. My name on the loan, his signature, the transfers to his account. He took a plea deal, community service, restitution, no jail time. I didn't push for more. Not because I'm soft, but because I'm done letting him define me. He's paying back the loan, bit by bit, though I know I'll never see the rest of what he took. That's okay. Some debts aren't about money. Mom and Dad tried reaching out a few times. Mom sent emails, long ones, full of, we didn't know, and he's trying now. Dad called once, left a voicemail about meeting for coffee, just us. I didn't respond. Not out of anger, but because I'm not ready to sit across from them and pretend it's all fine. They raised us both, but they bet on Travis every time, and I was the one who paid for it. Maybe we'll talk someday, but it'll be on my terms, not theirs. Travis moved out of their place a few weeks ago. I heard from Brian, who heard from Ginny, that he's working at a car dealership, selling used sedans. No more entrepreneurial visionary nonsense, just a guy in a tie, trying to make quota. His online presence is gone, no new accounts, no comeback posts. I don't check anymore. I don't need to. He's not my problem now. The reunion changed more than I expected. People from school keep in touch, not just pity texts, but real stuff. Matt invited us to a barbecue last weekend. Ginny sent Sarah a recipe for her mom's lasagna. Rachel, the one Travis used to pick on, called me out of the blue. You broke the spell, she said, laughing a little. He had us all fooled. I didn't know what to say, just thanked her. It's not like I planned to be anybody's hero. I just got tired of being the fool. Sarah and I took a trip last month. First one in years that wasn't about escaping something. Just a long weekend at a cabin, no phones, no drama. We hiked, cooked over a fire, laughed until my sides hurt. One night, staring at the stars, she said, "You're different now, Jake." Lighter. I thought about it, nodded. Feels like I finally put something down. She smiled, leaned against me, and that was enough. Work's good too. Got a raise last week. Not huge, but enough to start a college fund for the kid we're expecting next year. Sarah's glowing, planning nurseries, and I'm letting myself want it, really want it, without looking over my shoulder for the next Travis-shaped disaster. I'm not naive. Life's still life. But it's mine now, not his. The biggest shift came last week, when I was cleaning out the garage. Found an old box of photos, me and Travis as kids, building a treehouse, grinning like nothing could touch us. I didn't throw them out, but I didn't linger either. That Jake, that Travis, they're gone. I'm not waiting for an apology, not hoping he'll change. I'm just done carrying him, done carrying the guilt of saying no. Family's not a contract you sign forever. It's a choice, and I'm choosing me. I don't know where Travis will end up, and for the first time, I don't care. Maybe he'll figure it out, maybe he won't. But I'm not his safety net anymore. I'm Jake, husband, soon-to-be dad, guy who pays his bills and sleeps through the night. And when I catch myself in the mirror, I don't see the guy who used to flinch when his phone lit up. I see someone who stood up, spoke out, and kept walking. That's not a win you celebrate with confetti. It's the kind you live,